very tired today and just coming on to share about, I guess it's also an inquiry to anybody that is watching, or how we find this, about the polarities of light and dark and where they're pulling certain souls at the minute, be that globally, geographically, like me and what I was called to Jamaica for the time being, and why we're called to certain people, certain places. So much shedding and so much clearing is going on that there's a sense of liberation and light among people who connect with that, because there's like end of June 2023 is just like burning any form of illusion just viciously. Like anyone that's been working with smoke and mirrors and, you know, sort of manipulating and pretending to feel things, and I guess using the light deceptively, because that their power is in the shadows. I just trust that we will all stay as balanced as we need to be, because the opportunities that present themselves with those connected to the light, as in we're all connected to the light, we're all connected to the dark, but those who choose to have confronted the darkness inside, we know our demons, we know our vices, we know the cycles of things, because it is a spiral path and we do go around. And, you know, I've come here to do some healing, I was healed, and then the good things happen, and then you sort of go round again, and your discipline might lack and you might make a shit choice, and then it goes around again and you feel elated because you're like, no, like stop, and then you hear messages from spirit that clearly say like, no. For me, I've heard the no smoking ganja clearly yesterday. I think I'm being called. I lost my thread, sorry. Anyway, a lot of illusion is being wiped out right now, and I just trust that those, as I said, look at that connected to the light and have integrated that darkness, not so that we don't ever act on it, because I don't believe that that's possible in a human form if you're not in sort of a very disciplined Buddhist way, like that kind of belief system. I'm not, I don't aspire to be Buddha or a silent sort of meditative state at all times, equanimous. It's just not me. You know, I've done Vipassana, I've done certain things, I'm peaceful when I'm peaceful, and then passion and certain emotions will rise as they need to, and I embrace that, because as I said on one of the videos with the elementals, it's like we have the fire element within us. And lots of people are talking now about, you know, anger is a valid emotion. Anger is not, why are we feeling it? Can we allow it to rise in a healthy way without involving other energies around us? Like, if it's our anger, why would we direct it at someone else? Perhaps we can like look at why we're feeling these really dark, aggressive things, and try to anchor ourselves back in the heart space and remember that everything's temporary. You know, I feel very deeply so, although, you know, how the meditative thing of stillness is the true state of man. Well, I don't know how that can ever be true, because we've got people around us, or we're connected to families, or like how can we be peaceful all the time when everything is energy, and some of us are more sensitive than others, and we soak it all up. And a lot of us tend to isolate and stay away from people when we know that we're not going to get anything but sort of negativity, even if we come in peace. And that can be hard, but you know, everything is surmountable in life. It's just whether we choose to address the feelings of like grief and love, obviously being intertwined. I'm, you know, as an end of life doula, and there's lots of people online talking about grief and love, like Mother Water Rose. You know, grief and love are intertwined. They're in this eternal dance, and although I think having peaceful, emotional regulating our emotions, being able to regulate them and calm our nervous system when confronted with things, is how we reduce the pain and the suffering, because we can't eliminate it. For me, I can't. I feel too deeply, and I'd also don't want to have distractions all the time to stop me from feeling that. You know, I couldn't smoke ganja all day every day, or be on mushrooms all day every day. I'm naturally very, very high on life. Why I decide to do certain things is to tap out of reality and to have a bit of a break and a bit of a switch off from what I can hear and feel sometimes, because it's not always relaxing. You know, there is chaotic energies, and so feeling that deeply sometimes, not all the time, means that we have to learn how to sit with that pain and that suffering, and then turn it into this drive forward where we can do good with it and turn it into love and to power. That is obviously the alchemist and the transmuting and transformation of energies from external places. And there are tests right now for a lot of us, I don't know, whatever you call us, people in this light space, wellness space, conscious, you know, not just doing it for the next trend, not doing psilocybin because some next door neighbour's done it. There is a lot of darkness that can follow this work, and I trust that people are doing it in safe environments, with safe intentions, and they're really, really aware of why they're doing things, and they have good souls around them that can help, because where there is light, there is darkness. It can't exist without it. And so things that can rise when you do this type of work can be dark, and that is not a negative or positive thing. It isn't just black and white as that, but it can be heavy and it can trigger people, and love and light, I realise, can trigger people. So I guess once we decide to operate in unconditional love, we know we can't save everybody. I've said that before in a video. It's not even about saving everybody, it's just being about honouring the emotions and the feelings you feel with those around you, and communicating them when that's available to you or to us, and communicating or not communicating when we want to be alone. I feel like maybe I'm just tapping into wider energy, but there's a lot of clearing, a lot of triggering, a lot of uncertainty, and that can make people act out of fear. But the one good thing with this sort of psychedelic space and this work, when done consciously, is you can bring that beautiful, peaceful sense of acceptance to our lives, where jealousy and envy and things that we can't control don't no longer pain us as sensitives in the ways that they may have once. They don't control the way we react to situations, because this is the age of the divine feminine. We're in our flow. We don't force, we can't, it's non-striving. Again, mindfulness, you know, the 7 principles. We can't force or strive all the time. it is attraction over chasing things. And when you try your best and you've done what you can do, if things don't open up for us, we have to change course. It's free will, you know, fated meetings, fated encounters, fated job opportunities, fated this, fated that. Everything is always moving, everything is temporary, everything is in vibration, nothing is set in concrete. And Jamaica, the timing, the ways of because I did used to live in Italy for a couple of years, and it's a European country, so I've never lived this long in a tropical country before, and time is irrelevant. It's all irrelevant. You can't make plans in the ways that you can in Europe, and it was difficult in one sense at the beginning, but I feel that maybe that's also where my peace is coming from right now, because everybody sort of gets on with what they can get on with, and catches up when you catch up. Not a lot of planning, and it's more spontaneity, and it sort of really revives this wild spirit in us and helps us find this sense of limitless possibilities, like unlimited. Our opportunities for growth and for love and for connection and for community and for souls coming together right now is really powerful. And so when we focus our energy on the healthiest options for us, because we've tried all other avenues and they just, haven't been reciprocated, I guess, we move on and we embrace all the new doors that have been opening after certain ones are shut. And that is a point of power when we have so much love for ourselves that the external collaborations or relationships or anything doesn't impact us, doesn't knock us off our purpose or soul mission or path, whatever we want to resonate with it, whether it's spiritual or not. I know my transformation will be ridiculed by some, mocked by others, loved by some. Whatever it is, it's mine, and I've been told to honour it.